told to come alone. Joe said if you vote for him, he'll abdicate his throne as the father of the crime bill, soul of Jim Crow. Proud to live and vote as a Strom Thurmond clone. If he tried to kiss your daughter with a camera rolling, he'll try more than kissing her alone. Cozy up with Jill for a photo like a portrait of the Kissingers at home. You know I hate to kill the messenger, but if he's gotta go, we can FaceTime and slit his throat while he stares into the phone. Like if you don't know, kitten, now you know. This is where austerity has gotten us. This is all that palpable excitement for a 20-year wait, unforgiveness for your student loans. But a distraction's a distraction and it's time to see some action, so here's one last song for Joe. Before I try to keep his name out of the lyrics in my phone, try to shift the focus to our senators and everyone in Congress who is all too happy to be hidden while we're wasted to the bone. It is not food insecure, it's starvation, and it lurks in almost half the country's homes. So if you plan to lay down, hold your nose and vote for Joe, have the guts to admit that you chose to submit and that you decided lending your support to a pedophile must be a step towards hope. That a vote for a man that spent his whole life implementing laws that dehumanized people of color is a vote against fascism. When you know damn well he's just a kinder, dumber face on the same white nationalism. So baby, throw away your scruples with the memories of your activism. Watch your weak resistance usher in a fucking cataclysm. Elect a bigot war pig and say you're gonna push him into pacifism. That's some bootlicker Stockholm hostage liberal masochism. Bootlicker Stockholm hostage liberal masochism. Baby, that's some fucking bootlicker Stockholm hostage liberal masochism. God, that's some fucking bootlicker Stockholm hostage liberal masochism. That's some fucking...
You know, sir, I like you much better with my glasses off.
I guess I was born with the curse of foresight. Cause I knew Joe was only gonna represent the war side. And that said, I just came to fight. You could keep the or flight. Save the surprise and the gasp when the shadow of the fascists have cast is on your doorstep in the glow of your porch light. Save the surprise when the grid goes down and we go underground to lick wounds in the gloom of a torchlight. While up in the sky, a blimp glides by with a sign like New Year's 2022. Brought to you jointly by Pfizer and Coors Light. While the centrists observe from a comfortable courtside, right in the thick of the action behind a partition. We're in a morbid position, a plague of evictions, born a comorbid condition of the cancer of wealth. I fantasize that I cancel myself, hands on your head, throw your best laid plans in the well. There are no more answers, questions go back on the shelf. All Joe's donors, a quick show of hands. How many of you sub to the Lockheed Martin OnlyFans? How many are loyalist patrons for the Raytheon Patreon? Occupy Iraq and send $1 million off into the great beyond. Cool yourself with the safety on. True to yourself in as much as you dutifully spew out a mucus of QAnon. You can't convince me the Capitol wasn't surrendered with every intention of digging us deeper down into the treacherous webbing of censorship, ebbing your speech and dissension so you can't hold Biden accountable. Not in his mentions and not in the streets. No to the end that Joe will defend the elite. Joe won't embarrass McConnell, but Joe's not embarrassed if all of your children are hungry and weak. Too hungry to speak. Too hungry to stand, they just lie at his feet. Joe is fresh out of empathy, fresh out of policy, but he'd love to know, what was your favorite ice cream flavor to eat? Back when you used to eat. I guess the road isn't rocky for people who thought we were free. They'll believe what they read, and Joe's here to lull them to sleep. Counting us down by the dozens, the culling of gullible sheep, led to the slaughter by media tyrants and government thieves. These are the leeches that stubbornly suck where there's nothing to bleed. These are the tumors that force us to crawl on our knees. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. My lips, brand new taxes, starving all the billionaires and neutering their Visa Maxes. Topple Congress off their axis, mobilize the homeless, give them axes, call it praxis. Chop a couple limbs off the legislative branches. We'll show you the difference between air as a human right and guaranteed oxygen access. Octogenarians who barely know what day it is are culling countless citizens while sitting on a dais made of ignorance that was built on the graves of the slaves made to labor for its self-declared significance. And all to build a Congress full of millionaires who make their fortunes insider trading while they shit on all the indigent. So I got a bone to pick with our leaders, and I'll start with the ligaments. Pick right through the muscle, dig the marrow out, and serve it to the unhoused millions living in their minivans or watching their belongings get evicted from their tenement. I have a dream where we breach the walls of Congress and just let them in. And what happens next will survive in only text, cause there won't be any evidence. There will only be that heavy kind of feeling that pervades a space where there has been a reckoning and you can feel its remnants. Let any man who enters seeking power know that those who came before him suffocated on their eminence. That there once was a seal on the wall, but we quartered it and scattered all the pieces that it might prevent its semblance. And so we end the great experiment. We'll take all your billions, leave you 2 coins for the ferryman. Leave you drifting on a Dutchman floating derelict among the wretched seraphim. For holy is the hand that wiped the land clean of those who pose as gentlemen. That's my time, honey, cue the thunderclap and strike the theremin. And so we end the great experiment. Give you 2 coins for the ferryman. I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. I thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry. My favorite songs don't hit the same way. I get to the end of a 4-minute track and I'm only looking back thinking, what did they actually say? So I try to sit down with my wife and watch TV, but I just see propaganda elevating the police in the simplest of sitcom banter, and tiny little altars full of offerings to corporate masters in every well-planned wide pan shot of the name brand stocking up the pantry. Pull back one long tracking shot out to the garage to the logo on the Camry. Nice tight shot of the Camry. Close-up view of the Camry, slow pan up on the Camry, long slow zoom to the unmoving human who's up in the front with the tube pumping fumes to him straight from the back of the Camry. Ashamed he just could not provide for himself, let alone for his family. It's a blue pill mindset that spent 2020 making dance beats. I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride, and thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry. Ignorance is bliss, which explains why a lot of us are so fucking happy. Quick to take the trip for all its trappings. Never one to ask what's up, what's going on, or God forbid what's happening. A lot of us would strap into the ride and then spit right in the eye of the guy whose job it is to snap your fastenings. But maybe we're all born with that capacity. Maybe each of us comes standard with humor, compassion, malice, and audacity. Some of us are blind to the system, but some see it fine and say this is how it has to be. Some of us can stare wide-eyed at a nationwide human catastrophe and only offer platitudes and recipes. And I wish that I could tell myself that nothing's worth obsessing past my everyday necessities. I wish that I could cry fake news over anything that threatened me, tune out our abuses and consume a little levity. Wish that I could offer up my son a smoother destiny. Wish I had some better lessons for how best to answer questions for the things I've been perpetually questioning. But I'm too busy looking at our leaders, wondering what I might be missing from their messaging. Trying to find the reasoning to let 250,000 people meet an early reckoning. And even though I know the truth, it's hard to swallow something that's so literally sickening. Hope is ever dwindling, COVID ever beckoning. Winter slows your breathing, but your pulse is ever quickening. Even though I know the truth, it's hard to keep listening. I'm done with my epiphany, my innocence is blistering. I'd like to think I'd taste the earth before I'd ever kiss the ring. Hard to speak the truth and harder still to keep listening. Sometimes I think I miss being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. Thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. Both bleed us so dry.
us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
Hi, everybody. We're live, I think. I hope. Hopefully I get some thumbs up in chat down there when I do that. Hopefully the transition looked good, too. I think I timed everything right and did all the stuff, which is super difficult when you're this high all the time. But, you know, I feel for Warren, who you were on the other day, right? Yesterday? Right?
Yeah,
with Uncle Warren? And, like, he's got all those special effects and little clips he throws in there, and
he's got a up.
Like,
I don't know how I do that live. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome everybody to Reefer After Dark, show your parents warned you about. We're here with the lovely Bess Goden, who will turn her camera on when she gets her smoky, cat eye going. But like, she had to go look at, like an old Depeche Mode album to figure out which makeup to go with, and or The Cure, right? We could go with that too. Right?
Yes, I love it. Absolutely.
I found everyone, like Indy and Warren are both like old school classic rock guys, and I what's that? I found a picture, like a video of like bats that they turned upside down, so like that they were like, and then they put like goth music to them, right? Like, and it's the best. It looks like a little goth rave. It's great,
Little dancing.
Yeah, it's like it's fucking great. I love the crap out of that video. But
it's hilarious.
like I have it saved somewhere. I'll send it to you because it's just good that way. But anyway, I think you're the first lady on the show, so I had to wear like the gender specific like t-shirt color. But
Ooh.
yeah,
Dude,
went with the pink. So but yeah, you were saying?
Huh? Oh, I said I'm wearing purple. I think we match.
Nice. Like, purple looks good on me for some reason. Like, purple and pink and, like, salmon. Like, salmon looks great. Yeah.
We all need to get over your color bias thing. They invented that in, like, the 1940s.
Right.
For commercials.
Yeah.
So
it was essentially, like, I forget who it was, right? It was, like, one of the paint companies, wasn't it? It started, like...
I'm not sure.
Like, what's the one recently that's like they picked as a millennial you'll feel this. I think it's Benjamin Moore or something like that picks the colors all the time.
Yeah, maybe.
What's the color, like the color people? Like
Pantone?
it might be Pantone. Like they do a color for like the year, right? But this year they picked like Rocket League colors, or not Rocket League. Rocket. Who is it in Pokemon? Jesse and Team Rocket. That's it. Team Rocket. But I'll see if I can find the color.
Unending embarrassment. I know nothing of Pokemon.
No, you know nothing of Pokemon. Did you ever? You never had the Game Boy or anything like that? No. What year were you born?
I'm an elder, so I'm like 85.
85.
I was born 80.
Almost Gen X. You're like right on the limit. That makes sense. Like you got more like the 90s stuff, like like Bare Naked Ladies and Real Big Fish.
Yes.
Well, there's this channel on YouTube that you should go look up after this. That I wish I could like if Scatoon Network lets me play their stuff, I will all the time because it's fantastic. They do ska covers of things. And it's choice. It's very good. They recently did Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody as ska stuff, and it's brilliant, real good. But
I feel like it's
go ahead.
ska. I feel like it's super white to like ska. I
Yeah.
kind of like feel guilty every time I listen to it because it's definitely some form of appropriation, but it's really good and I like the horns.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing, right? Where it's like it comes from this weird place, like ska specifically, right? Like it's
Yeah.
almost like when band nerds wanted to actually do something with the instrument they learned, you know, and like that was like I played trombone in high school, and like it's the only thing that made that cool. Yeah, like Mighty Boss Tones, like yeah, Warren's on it. You know,
Yes.
Warren's on that stuff, like all that stuff. I love every bit of that. You know,
Oh, I love it.
like
Have you ever heard the Toasters?
the Toasters.
I mean, band from the
I mean the depressing children's cartoon, My Brave Little Toaster. Yes, but
that's a
but
brilliant
not
cartoon.
the Toasters. That's I always love doing the dumb band names, right? Like my mother was super into punk stuff, like back in the day, like when punk was like real punk, like
Yeah.
like she was born in 1950, so I have like Gen X parents. That's the crazy bit, right? All my Gen X friends are like, yeah, you know all the stuff we do. Like you're practically. I'm like, yeah, my parents are old. Like you know, like that's how it works. You know, like I
Well, your
think.
parents
Go
compared
ahead.
to mine were boomers.
Yeah, mine are boomers. Like they're boomers. So like 1950, 1952, they're right in it. They're right in that boomer generation, and it's like, you know, Dad's family went from like dirt floor, like that's what he grew up on. You know, so
Wow.
like right out the Depression stuff was still hitting. Right near Warren's neck of the woods. Mississippi. Old Mississippi. Right there near New Orleans. Which is funny that I've yet to met like all those things, and if you ever need to do like a New Orleans accent for like when you go on like The Princess and the Frog, on Broadway,
Yeah.
like
Black enough.
just go to New Orleans for like a week and listen to how people actually talk, right? And it's never the way it is on film,
Wow.
Like, I mean, it is and it isn't, right? It's such a weird, like, southern stuff in general is weird with that, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
they never,
that's
it's
cool.
it's so hard to get it right unless you are one, and even then, to get the specific regions is difficult on top of that,
Right.
So,
Oh my god.
but I always feel like the ones around me that actually sound like that, like they have to be putting it on. You have to be doing that. That has to be a thing you're like consciously doing, because I grew up right here too, Cletus. Like, I don't have that, like what's wrong with you, man?
People complain about me in a New Jersey way. Like I apparently have this caustic, horrifying New Jersey Fran Drescher accent.
Well, it's like you just need to like nasal it up and then like be like right there and then like do that what's the Seinfeld lady? Yeah, that lady. Yep. Yep.
I don't try that hard. That's the problem.
I think that's the thing with like New Jersey, New York, and especially New Yorkers, right? Like the thing I find about New Yorkers that's hilarious to me is the fact that it's like they expect everyone in the world to know exactly where they are at in New York. Right? Like, it's like you have to know every borough and sub-district of that borough. Like, and they will tell you exactly which one it's from and where they went to, and you better keep up. Like, even movies in New York, you're just supposed to know. Like, that's the thing to me. Like, I couldn't even do that for New Orleans. Like, even though I know it better than, like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't tell you. Like, yeah, I think we're in the Garden. Like, I think this is the Garden District. Like, there's hippies over here, and, so, but
I lived in New York.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I never really got the hang of being able to do that. Like I know some things, like I know the subway used to take and shit like that. I know the major areas, but yeah, I was never cool enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think I sometimes find it funny, the indies over there in Jersey too, right? And that accent sometimes slips into particular fucking words. But you know, between that and his like,
What
you know, the classic like Jewish voice that he can do, and just slips into that occasionally, you know.
Oh, I do that too.
And it's he can't even watch like, do you know Joey Diaz, the comedian?
I know him too well.
You definitely know a person like Joey who's, you know, what do you fucking mean? Like, you know that guy around Jersey. That guy exists like right there. He's like he came out Hoboken. Like he's right over there. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
gotcha.
But look here, motherfucker. Like he's just that's a guy there, you know. Like weird Cuban, sounds like Italian, you know. It's very strange. Like it's all like Soprano's voice, right? That's he's over there with Soprano. Like he's on Sopranos, Joey Diaz. Like
well, you know,
he was on the recent one.
Great.
Do what?
From a lot of people. I said I'm gonna have to look him up. I've heard that he's great from a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean he's dope.
Hardcore into comedy. Like, you know, back when I had cable still and I could watch Comedy Central and it would just stream, you know, I would watch all those stuff. But now that I'm streaming and I go out of my way to watch it, and my girlfriend prefers cartoons and you know.
Yeah, I mean I'm a big study of that for me. Like, you know, between like when ADHD decided to not let me go to school the right way, and decided to just tell me to stay home and smoke weed. Like
that
Netflix was like, you know, super cheap at the time, and actually had like great comedy content. And you know, like you see every Eddie Murphy special and every like, I mean, they would just put all of it up there, and I would just soak all of it up like through osmosis, you know.
He's a genius.
So yeah, I mean, I think Indy was playing Carlin in my ear right before I left him. Like, you know,
I loved Carlin. I've seen I think every special of his because my dad had a collection.
Oh God, there's so many. He did like a 1 hour show like every year. Like,
I know he was so prolific, awesome, and I actually saw him live like right before he passed away. It was amazing. He was like on like there, you know, you couldn't tell that he was older. Like he was just fucking fire.
Yeah.
I was in high school, I think.
Yeah, like you know, for me, like Carlin's a very like acquired taste to me. Like I love the guy. Don't get me wrong. But like for a lot of for a lot of people, I feel like he's not as accessible a comedian as like. He's not like the first person I would give you. Like you gotta hooked on phonics your way to Carlin. Like, you know, we gotta get through a few others first before you make it to the wordsmith. Like that guy. You know, it's like when you listen to like rap that they're throwing double entendres every 30 seconds, and like, you know, Carlin is slipping stuff in there you don't even notice. He's just like glancing by it and just moving on. You know, and it's like that you can watch all those specials over and again, and you know, you find some new little nugget he left, you know. Been watching him, been watching what is his name? Connolly. Billy Connolly.
He's yeah,
Scottish guy, fantastic. He was one of the ones that's like, he was one of the first guys to do like a stream of conscious comedy, right? Where it's like you don't really even have it written down, like he never writes it down. Right? Like I think he even might do like he might do, there you are. You just gotta turn that video sideways, right? One of the ways. There it is.
There we go.
Nice. But yeah, like Connolly ended up like I watched him on Craig Ferguson's show recently. Like, you know, Reddit just feeds it all in for some reason. Like I'm always surprised, like when you go on like Reddit r/videos, you can just look through and be like, the stuff that makes it to the top of that is you're always surprised by. Like for a minute they were just showing like old Seinfeld clips like for like 3 days. Like people just got really into that again. But anyway, I do have questions that I normally ask everyone on the show. Which the first one, right? The first one is when did you start smoking, and like how was that first experience? Like, you know.
I story about that actually. So, like I started smoking in college, like my freshman year, and it was towards the end of the year, and like my roommate was like smoking a lot with her boyfriend, and I was like, well, I don't know, maybe I'm a singer. And then like I started smoking cigarettes because we sold them illegally from our campus room. And then one evening, it was just like a party evening, and we like all went out behind the tennis courts, and like somebody started passing a bowl around, and I smoked it. And I also smoked a couple of those like flavored Camel cigarettes, if you remember those. They had like strawberry and stuff like that. Yeah, so I smoked those, and I was so incredibly fucked. I had to sit on my bed, like I was walked up to my room, sit on my bed. My roommate had this weird like one red light and one blue light lamp, so like the whole room was cast in like, you know, the 3D glasses colors, you know. And I was so fucked. I felt like I was in a stop motion movie. I was like, what is happening? And she left me on the bed. And she was like, you're gonna be fine, just chill. And she's like, I'm gonna go hang out with my boyfriend. And I was like, what? You're leaving me right now? But obviously I was fine. I just tripped for a while and fell asleep. But yeah.
Sativa or indica, if you have to choose. Nice. Spotlight.
So sorry. Please stay there, you asshole. I love indica. I'm an indica girl. I don't even really feel sativas that much.
Yeah.
I don't even feel.
I feel like some sativas make me like a little like nauseous in some regards. Like, you know, I think it's just because like I get pretty high percentage stuff either way. And I think it's just that like the amount of like when you get like a 24% like sativa, and you get like the amount of CBD like cannabinoids to like counteract that THC. Like I think you know I'm getting like heavy doses of cannabinoids there. Like, you know, I think that's one of those things. There's a thing called what is it? Cannabis vomiting syndrome. I'm gonna fucking make everyone super paranoid.
Yeah. Or what is that?
That it's a thing. It's a thing, and it's only really recently been studied, right? I know Dr. Drew talks about it frequently, oddly enough. Even though the guy's a right wing weirdo. But you know, I don't know. He's been on Tucker Carlson. That's about as much as I'll say about it. But he does a good podcast online, and talks about that kind of stuff where people call in and he's like, how much weed have you been smoking? Like, oh shit, a lot. That's probably it. But
I smoke about an ounce a month. I'm not an ounce.
Yeah.
An ounce a month. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing recently Florida legalized, and I managed to get my lovely little card that allows me to just walk into a store and you know, buy it without legal action being done to me. But you know, which is nice. Cost around $170 for like half a year of that card, pretty much. First I got there, and the weed doctor, who I colloquially call Dr. Professor Weed.
What to do.
Right. Dr. Feelgood. But he gets there and he hands me, it was like right in the middle of like COVID stuff, like the height, right? And like, you know, and it was like he came in and he handed me a copy of like I was talking about my cousin, paranoid schizophrenic, super cool dude, Joey. And like he was like, well, that's sometimes related to like just trauma, and I'm like, nah, not this one. That's real shit. And he was like, I was like, it's hereditary. It's in the family. And he was like, oh, okay. You know, but he handed me a documentary slip for Gabor Mate, which is Aaron Mate's father, which is on trauma and stuff, which hopefully we can get Tar over there to talk to him. He was on Russell Brand recently, his show.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, great writer. He gets a little Gwyneth Paltrow-y, crystal-y, you know, like for me personally, but you know,
Me too. Fucking
yeah.
Crystal.
Yeah, I think your sound is still like, you on phone or your laptop?
Phone.
Okay. See if there's like an original sound of like the top left, or if you want to go into your sound settings and just turn off like echo cancellation and stuff. You should be.
I did that before.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's now because of that.
I don't know. I think it might be. Let me look at Zoom for a couple of seconds and like, if you go to audio settings, right? There should be like, it might be what's happening is it's like cutting off your input. There's like a input level that you can like set and stuff, but it's not too bad. It just cuts you out occasionally. But
interesting.
Yeah. It should be like an input level somewhere in there to mess with.
Max level.
Yeah, and
no,
it might be your
internet,
internet
right?
too a little bit, but
Each.
yeah. Automatically adjust microphone volume. You might turn that off.
Where's that?
Leave
in
it
Zoom?
cranked. Yeah, it's in Zoom and audio settings.
Okay.
Should be near that like microphone volume. And like suppress background noise might be a setting in there too. It's like auto. But no worries. You know, technology, everybody. It fucking happens.
I'm sorry. I want to walk louder.
Yep.
Is that helpful?
I hope it is. You know, it's probably gonna then start like peaking and then like not catching that, right? Like, you know, but yeah, who knows? We'll work on it though. You know, all
right. Wait,
it might just have to be, yeah, like who knows? But yeah, take a look through those audio settings and look and see what's in there you can do. But hopefully it stays that way for a bit. Press and hold space to temporarily unmute yourself. I wouldn't do that. Sometimes doing push to talk helps that, like because like of where picking up your mic, but whatever. We'll work through it. So, but what were we talking about? What was it? I forget.
Weed.
Yeah, that's usually what we talk about. What were we talking about? Weed? What about weed? I think we were talking about like we went from your first experience and stuff, and you know, I was talking about it's legal here, but like why I'm getting bumped by Indie, and I forgot to like turn Discord streamer mode on so that I don't get dinged for everyone. Voice and video, no, streamer mode. Enable streamer mode. Turn on. Thank you. But yeah, that freaks people out. Sorry, that was my Discord, everyone at home. But anyway, yeah, we were talking about it was legal here, and I know you were looking at your card and stuff, trying to get that, weren't you? Like over in Jersey. So
hey, is this better?
I think
audio?
so. I think so.
Okay.
It cuts off
we'll
like the end of things, but I think that's just where Zoom is doing its thing.
That's what I was telling you. I had this problem with my mic, and it defaults to the other person whenever there's two people speaking. I just turned it on to hope that it meant, it helped the volume, and I guess it did. I don't know. Am I louder?
It's definitely louder. I think it has to do with like where it's thing in audio called gate, right? So like where you're like the minimum level of decibels it's picking up, and like the maximum level, right? That's the gate width we're in, right? So like you can mess like with your gate usually somewhere in these things, so like where it's picking up your mic and then turning off, like it's probably one of those background noise suppression things Zoom's putting on. I do that in OBS, right? And then pull it out of like I just go original sound in Zoom so that I can like send stuff raw and unfiltered. But yeah, like that's so yeah. Dr. Professor Weed was telling me about like Whitney Webb and all this stuff, and talking about Jimmy Dore, and I was like, yeah, you're definitely the weed doctor. But anyway, I do have visual treats for us for the rest of the night, so we can just get high, forget about the rest of the fucking awful shit in the world, and
let's do it.
So let me switch over to the presentation mode. Pew! pull these things away, right?
Oh God, am I glasses out for this?
No, I will. You won't even have to read it. See, I
Okay,
can do
please.
this. I can do this magic thing. Like, do you have me pinned on your phone? That would also help. So you
Okay,
can like
let me just-
see myself real big.
There's two of you.
And then
None
I
of you-
show you this. Look at that. Now you can see it bigly. Real big. Very bigly.
Big.
The secret to a Trump accent, by the way, is just mouth trumpet. That's the just you have to over exaggerate that. You fired. Ooh. Like that's literally the secret. And then you just had it like Trump like didn't know which hand motion to go with. So he just chose all of them and he chooses one at random. Right? Like he does the Bernie conducting and like occasionally he'll switch to Clinton's remote. Like I haven't seen him pull like the George Bush weapons of mass destruction. Like that I've never seen that, right? I've never seen that move, but like Obama didn't really have a hand move. I think he like pounded the table occasionally, but that was like about it. You know?
He had enough presence and a speaking voice that he didn't really need to do dances.
He didn't really need it. Yeah, I mean he Yeah, I mean I think it's I don't even know what Hillary was doing. I don't even want to know. But good news, everyone. Cannabinoids block cellular entry of SARS-CoV-2 and the emerging variants. So, what we've been saying all along, that if you keep weed smoke in your lungs, the COVID can't get in, is looking more and more likely. I wanted to talk about Florida's medical. It's only legal medically here, right? And we have, Governor DeSantis. And he so there's a list of approved ailments and diseases that are on the list for how you get medical marijuana. If DeSantis really wants to shit on the libs while he's, trying to run for president in the Republican primary this, next thing, I say just add SARS-CoV-2 to that list. As like preventative measure, right? And then, anyone suffering or might have like immune problems, anything like that, like that everyone gets weed. So I'm down for that. DeSantis, if you're listening, which I know you are. So but
warning you back here.
or at least one of his like, secretaries probably is, right? Probably has a crawler for anyone saying his name. It's like Voldemort. You can't do that with any of the Republicans. But when I heard this, this is the way I felt about it. I'm invincible. 'Tis just a scratch. I saw another one that was the Star Wars, the Phantom Menace one with the shields, just like the bong resin protecting my lungs, which was just great. But yeah. Did you ever watch Monty Python? Monty Python's an old theater
Monty
thing.
Python.
Like the old theater ones are my favorite. Like where they're just doing it out in a fucking field.
Yeah.
Like
What, like at the Hollywood Bowl you're referring to?
Yeah, they're just like out. It's like where they do like Shakespeare in the Woods kind of stuff. They're just out in like some farmer's field somewhere is what it looks like, right? But
They're so genius. Like they honestly, like I've watched Monty Python the show, all their movies like over and over again since I was a kid. Like they are so genius with how random they are. It's amazing.
Meaning of Life is fucking perfection.
Stage show,
like,
very enjoyable.
Yeah, all the stage shows are honestly like the deep cut stage shows are the best in my opinion. It's like they cut their teeth on, and like Taron Gilliam, like the stuff he pulled off there is incredible. I got that bit of like, being a band nerd and having a terrible band director my senior year. I decided like fuck that shit, right? And I did drama for a year because why wouldn't you? And so I definitely have done all those like the fucking alphabet game and all that improv nonsense that I fucking despise. I'm just like not good at it. Like I think if with the right people I'd be good at it, but it's a fucking art, like,
it is.
and it's a muscle that you work, and
like I had some pretty good improv classes. I worked with some really talented kids when I was younger, and some good experiences in improv class. And then later on in life, I dated a man who loved to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Of course.
And I played Dungeons and Dragons with him and his nerd friends a few times.
Yep.
And
the infestation of Gary Gygax. Yep.
But you're not improvers. Like if you can't walk up to somebody and have a conversation without knowing them or knowing what to say, then you can't do it.
Yeah, yes and is not something that happens in D&D. It's like there's always the people in D&D that are just like, yeah, and now what? Like, and the DM's like, I don't know. Like, you know, that's the worst. Like
or like some like, I planned out like an entire scene. You guys are going through a swamp. Every fucking detail is explained and and it's like, yeah, I mean, theoretically, this idea is cool. Like if I was sitting down and writing a story in this setting, I would enjoy myself.
Yeah.
But I can't hear and listen to these nerd boners who like live in their mom's basement fucking ramble on ever about the video game they just played last night.
Actually, this beholder actually does necrotic damage. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Those are the words. I mean, I think people should go watch like the good ones. There's plenty of good ones online for that. Like Matt Mercer's fantastic. Go watch any of his stuff. Like, you know, I personally like High Rollers, which is a British version of that. It's pretty great. But yeah, it requires like Matt Mercer's a voice actor, so like you're gonna have someone who does a lot of voices for a show as a dungeon master would. That's very useful, and the rest are like all comedians and actors who like know what's going on here.
So cool! I would love to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about doing stuff like that for the left. I know HLM has a DM that they use quite frequently. That I think that's Whitefell. Whitefell DM is pretty good with that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Although he gets super like homebrewy, which that has its own problems because then it's like all right, a little bit of this and then this and then it's like you don't even know like, all right, what fish did I catch, bro? Like, you know, like anyway. But yeah, I did. Let's see if you remember your you know, musical theater knowledge. We did the Once Upon a Mattress. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. With
of course.
With old Barbara Streisand and who else is playing the? I'm trying to remember there's like the tap dancing guys in it a lot, right? The famous like Esther's son, right? Something like that. Can't remember. Maybe weed has killed those brain cells. But I played the king in that. If you remember that character, that's what I played.
That's a great part. Yes.
Yeah,
he's silent. So funny.
Yeah, he's silent. It's a mute part. There's a whole bit about like having to do the birds and the bees.
Yeah.
You know, which like we came up with all different like stuff and yeah, it was super fun. Then took up a ton of time to do and stuff, but it was where I got that like the first actual like I got a whole crowd to laugh. That was like, you know, you have so much. There was a part where like it was mainly exposition, and unfortunately the two like, you know, people doing those parts were like not great singers, and it was a song and like I'm kind of there in the scene but like with nothing to do, right. So it's like I just bought like a bowl of plastic fruit out and was just like fucking with the fruit, like stacking it up and like, oh shit, it fucking goddamn it, you know, like fucking like trying to juggle and shit, like fuck, all right, let me just put it, you know, and it's just you can hear the entire. I'm not even looking up. I'm just like literally like spinning a fake apple, like, you know, and like, and it was just one of those things. It was just pure unadulterated physical comedy that was like killing. It was like so much so that like the lady had to be like, you're upstaging. I'm like, no, I'm fucking not. They're just bad. Like, you know, they need to act better. Like, you know, like I'm in the background. How am I upstaging you? Like, I'm just fucking funny. Stop. And like, and then I couldn't get that magic back after that. Like, it was like that scene wasn't good. Like if you had let me have that, and then I could have like all right, like maybe I should, like if you would just let me get there, I could have toned it back, but it was like, it was just, you were then super nervous and like you didn't want to go full bore on it. And like, you were doing 3 fucking shows. I was like, all right, I got one. I did the one for the high school. Everyone thought it was killer. That's the one that mattered. Everything else is fucking, but like,
see, the truth to theater is when somebody tells you no, you go harder.
You go harder. Yeah. And then it forces the other person, if they don't want to be upstage, to like
to
be
compete
better
with you.
Right. And it's like there's a bit of, I mean, it depends. Like it depends on the dynamic of the scene and all that stuff, but like there's like, definitely
so I belonged to a theater camp when I was very young that had like 100+ kids in it per summer. Okay. It was a day camp, and they put all of those kids on a community college's theater stage, all 150 kids to do like group numbers and shit. And so like the director and the audience would be yelling out like, you've got a line here, you've got a line here. And then he would purposely tell us, if somebody forgets their line, you have to jump in and say it instead. So that left the aggressive kids to just jump in and like over each other saying lines and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like how, we were supposed to push each other to get into the front of the stage. Like if you were at the back of the crowd and you had a line to say, you had to push your way up front. And actually one kid got pushed off the stage that way when she was this little Asian girl. Like,
oh my God. So back in high school again, we were like, we'd go for band stuff. We'd like travel to like colleges and stuff like that. Right. And, we went up to Tallahassee and there was this like amphitheater sort of situation, like an outdoor thing. Right. And there was probably a good, like, I don't know, 8-foot drop off that thing. Right. And like I don't even remember what we were using. It wasn't like it was like we were using it like a Frisbee, but it wasn't a Frisbee, and I can't even remember what it was. Right. Like, and,
oh my God.
I like went to just like catch one or whatever, and I was just too close to the fucking edge, and like I just like walked off the edge pretty much, and there was this fucking like concrete Anthora like underneath it that I like fucking like split between my luckily like I've got fucking thunder thighs and just fucking like kept myself from getting like sacked, because that would have sucked. But like there was just fucking like concrete. It was like that concrete that cheese grater concrete too. That's what sucked.
Oh.
But yeah, I remember that. And like everyone was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like nothing happened, and like fucking, I was in so much pain anyway. But no, yeah, I did drama for a year and all that stuff, and did the classic stuff, plus like all the monologues and stuff.
They're all telling us that like millennials were like, coddled as children. We don't understand what it's like to play with dangerous toys like lawn darts or whatever the shit.
Yeah, except like, we were lock-key kids, most of us. Like,
since I was 8 years old, and I was in a lot of very dangerous situations because of that.
Yeah, okay, where the lights are, like the spotlights, we used to have like metal fucking ladders, like. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, the ones that are, like, old school, like, high school, like, just metal rebar ladders, like, right. And so there'd be one that was, like a like, what would be called, like, a Navy ladder, right? That's, like, leaned, right? And then the other one was just, like, vertical, right? But it would be pitch black. There was, like, no lights back there. It was just, like, a giant concrete monolith, like, and just dark. It was just ink, right? And, like... my friend like ran around and like jumped down it and like fucking, and it was like up where like the spotlight is, like that's a good, it's got a ladder on it, people, like that's, for like high school kids, that especially ones that were hung over most of the time, that was a tough going to fall off one of those fucking things. But
the reality of theater is actually quite dangerous as well, even though they're one of the more unionized groups of people. Like I in college, if you worked spotlight, you had to climb up a scaffolding on the side of the audience.
Yep.
And I never be able to work spotlight because I couldn't climb up a fucking
that motherfucking thing. Yeah, like You know,
Yeah.
I mean, not to mention like electrical stuff or like what the prop department
Right.
has cooked up this week, like the rigging department, the stuff they got to do, like
on the top, the highlights on the top of a theater, like
Yeah.
are always get by this thing they call a catwalk,
yeah,
and that's the most dangerous fucking thing you can have.
Yeah. yeah.
They
That's
just don't like
that's where all those murders happen, like where lights fall
That's
and stuff like that. Yeah,
yeah,
but,
drop a sandbag.
it's where the Phantom goes up to hide for a couple of scenes, and you know, but yeah, Sondheim can go fuck himself both musically and like yeah, like anyway.
Whoa,
I've had to play so much of it. I've had to play so much of it. That's the thing. I've had to play so much of it.
Stop. Phantom of the Opera is not Sondheim. Do not do that to Sondheim. Sondheim is a brilliant man, a brilliant composer. Phantom of the Opera is Andrew Lloyd piece of shit.
Yeah.
And he's more famous than Sondheim, and all of his music sucks.
I mean, it does. I mean,
Sorry.
it's like overly complicated sometimes for the point of overcomplication, right? Like it's super difficult ranges and stuff like that. Well, for like Phantom and stuff, you know.
Yeah, the one song Phantom of the Opera is ridiculous to the point
Right.
where who originated the role,
Yeah.
her name is Sarah Bareilles. No, not Sarah Bareilles. Sarah something. Sarah.
I know who you're
Brightman.
talking about. Yep.
She had to record that top note because she couldn't do it live every day.
Yeah. It's like a fucking like
That.
is it like third high E, something like that? Like it's some crazy like way up there.
But like, see,
Whisper
he's an
tone.
asshole. He made it that way not because of some kind of complicated.
Well, she's
musical-
meant to
He just
be
did it because he was
the
trying
character.
to
Well, it's like the character is meant to be like a fucking aria like expert. Like that's
right.
you know, she's
Right,
meant
but
to be able to go stratosphere easily. Like
The song Phantom of the Opera is the
Yeah.
first thing you can get in opera.
yeah.
Is number one. Number two, the entire score of Phantom of the Opera is the first thing you can guess the fucking
Yeah.
opera.
It is a crazy good score though. I have to admit. It's just the fact of like singing it, doing any of that, like it's like Les Mis and stuff too, which you can't do anywhere. Like don't even try to do a Les Mis song for like
No.
tryouts, nothing. Just don't do it. Don't touch it.
Happily done with Les Mis. If you
Yeah.
enjoy Les Mis, Cats, Phantom of the Opera, please don't sing it at me.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be able to do a mean Falcon in the Dive, but that was about it. You know, Falcon in the Dive. It's a Les Mis one. You know, it's what's his name? The police guy, right?
No.
You know,
Mhm.
not Jean Valjean, but like, you know, Jean Valjean.
Yeah.
What's the other? All those fucking dumb French fucking names that we're supposed to remember.
Val.
You know, like, yeah, but it was that, and like, and the teacher was super young for drama and stuff too, so you'd be playing hooky in the class and stuff like that, and he didn't give a shit. Like, so
Nice.
yeah, you get to like finish, like, you know, it would be like Rent one day, and then fucking, you know, it's just like one right after the other, because like, why wouldn't you?
I love Don't
You
even
know?
come from me.
Yeah, like how many
Word.
times have you sung Howlin' at the Moon? Like, probably a ton. You know?
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely do not for me. I could
No.
actually my friends, you know the song Would you light my candle?
Oh yeah. I do.
I
That's
do
like
a good self duet on that song where I do both parts, her and him.
that's crazy.
Very good at it.
There's this I don't know if you've seen, you probably have, what is his, you probably are like, it's this I think he's like from Azerbaijan, but he did this like like Azerbaijan talent stuff, and like one of the first things he did was like diva dance and stuff like that is like one of his, like he has like a ridiculous range.
Cool.
What is it? Dinesh, I think. Look him up. You will not be. And you should do a reaction, because like so many like musical people have done of those. If you've not seen any of his work, you're gonna be like, oh my god, fuck you. Why did you like? Oh, it's awful. It's terrible. Never watch it. But anyway, let's get to more. Let's get to more of these things, because we got Time to Kill and stuff. This one's funny. You know who that is?
Is that Patton Oswalt?
That's Brendan Fraser.
What?
That is new and improved, new hotness. Brendan Fraser. back at it again, and I fucking love them. Good for you, fucking Mummy King.
Oh my God.
Bring it back, baby. Reddit did this whole push for Brendan Fraser to come back. I think this is specifically that new Ghostbusters thing or something like that. One of those. I forget what they put him in a new thing. Got new people in the chat. What's up, Nikki? Nikki's here. Radical Leftist Agenda. Colin's here. Anyone else I miss? Wardine talking about codeine. But oh yeah, we super did, Colin. We definitely will nerd out on musical theater. I'm probably the only one who would do that. But I figured you would appreciate Black Flowers.
Cool.
I don't know what these are, but I want them. I'll take that bouquet any day, sir. Thank you. I dude, that looks like it reeks. Is what it looks like right there.
It looks actually like it doesn't smell like anything. It looks like it's dead and somebody spray painted it.
Yeah, it does. But I've seen stuff this like I've seen nugs this color. You know, it's crazy. Like I've grown a few times, and like I had bubblegum was one of the strains I was growing, and it was just like multicolored leaves and stuff. It was ridiculous. I think I have pictures of it somewhere. I'll have to find it. But this is just fucking hilarious. Like, oh shit, that me. Oh shit. You know, I fucking do this kind of shit all the time.
I love it.
This is the best for people who have to work. That you fucking come from work and just can kill a whole bowl, one pull, and just like yes.
That's what I do when I get in
the. Do you just like turn off all the AC and just hotbox the whole thing up? That's this one's great. Here, let's back it up. And full screen. Make sure you have audio. There you go. Right, and then hit play.
That as a kid, you thought you were going to have to deal with a lot more as an adult.
Saying no to drugs. In fact, seldom does anyone even offer.
Right?
Like I have to ask.
He's gotta fucking ask. He's gotta fucking ask and shit.
Yeah,
it's fucking terrible.
and pay for it.
Nancy told me it would just be everywhere. You know?
Yes.
You're just supposed to say no.
Tell me it would be everywhere.
Yeah. It was the funniest shit at my high school.
By drug dealers in the street, forcing me to do drugs in the middle of an alleyway somewhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah. By knife point, just like fucking
right.
You do the weeds. You do them.
Right?
You know, like just do them. Like but yeah, all the stoners were wearing Dare shirts, I think, ironically, which is hilarious. But this is when the edible kicks in. Oh my god, it's fucking adorsables. But he's almost Hitler Cat. Almost one of those Hitler cats. Right?
Yeah.
You know.
But he's like his gay cousin.
Yeah. Fucking, you know, hoity-toity Hitler. No. What's the one? Oh shit. Yes, producers. Yeah, it's fucking it's springtime for Hitler. Yeah, I fucking love that movie. The original one. Yeah, it's fucking Mel Brooks. You can't go wrong with Mel Brooks. In my opinion.
Genius.
Fucking genius.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite Mel Brooks? What's your favorite?
It's gotta be History of the World. I mean, that's History of the World is up there for me.
Nice.
You know, like
I have to say, Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles is up there as well. I got to that one late. I got to Blazing Saddles late. You know, I think Young Frankenstein was the first one I watched.
Yeah.
And then
that was the first ones I watched. And I think oh no, I take it back. You know what? Because you never think of this. The Robin Hood Men in Tights with Carrie Yule.
Killer.
Fucking
great. With the blind guy feeling up the fucking tits of the stone lady. Great. Fucking love every bit of that movie. You know.
Lincoln.
I can only imagine, like, you know, Savage Joy's, like, you know, like yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like you gotta have like a pop-out book for her, you know? Like, but anyway, what's this one?
This episode, please. That is probably so
Oh,
offensive.
fucking! I hope Joy has that kind of humor. I feel like she has to at this point. I would.
hope so,
I
too.
would need that shit. I would need like that gallows shit at that point.
Had a hard time, and her blindness is recent.
Yeah,
so,
that's what
you know,
that's what's
like,
crazy about it, right?
About it when it's so recent. So I won't.
It would scare the shit out of me. Like I would not be able to emotionally cope with that. But you know, dopamine levels reset. It becomes your new normal, but still sucks. This is great. This is just
everyone has their hobbies. I enjoy baking early in the morning.
Goddamn right she does. Everyone knows that noise.
Oh.
Yeah, for a couple of seconds. Yeah, it's super quick right there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ludicrous speed. We forgot that one. Spaceballs is up there.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is up there.
He's a Druish princess.
I love it's the little things that Mel Brooks puts in that's always like killer. The fucking lightsaber just fucking flopping like fucking great.
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely, yes.
Like the callbacks and stuff. That we're off on the road to Judea. Like everything is like perfection in all those movies. It's just
absolutely.
I think I saw the guy who is LeVar Burton, not LeVar Burton. Phil Lamar. Right? Is the guy who combed the desert.
Get out of here, seriously?
Yeah. So like Samurai Jack was the guy who like combed the desert, I think.
That's
awesome. I have to go look, but it's like one of those guys.
Didn't he on SNL? He got his start on SNL, I think, right?
Maybe. I mean, he's in Pulp Fiction too. He's like the guy that says what a lot. Yeah, Phil Lamar's, big fan of Phil Lamar. He did a bunch of stuff when I was growing up. So Samurai Jack was killer, and his voice is legendary in it. Him and I don't. Did you ever play WoW? Did you ever make it to that nerddom?
Yes, I did for a brief period of time.
Yeah, I did for a brief period of time when you shouldn't have done it. I should have never touched it then. Like it was already dead and done and whatever, but I was like, I'll give it a shot. I'll see what it's about. And I picked I wanted to play like Shaman or something like that, so I picked a Tauren, and Tauren Village is all voiced by like Michael Dorn. So they all just sound like fucking Worf. Like the early stuff, like it's like the starting so it's like you fucking come up to one and it's like Michael Dorn again. You're like, what? Like Michael Dorn doing another. It's like it all sound exactly the same to me. But
I want to. Sounds great.
Weed, I love you, weed. Therapy, medication. Yeah, we don't need none of that. None of that. Who needs that? This is my favorite GIF. It fits in so many different situations.
I love that. I've never.
And I love. It's just the fact that these girls are so confident that they're the center of this attention. Right, and the slow zoom on the camera guy, like I fucking love it. Everyone did exactly what they were supposed to there, and it's perfection.
Yes,
you couldn't have scripted it better. You couldn't have scripted it better. Like, and he knows. Like he back here is like, oh yeah, me back here. You want me? Don't worry about them.
Right at the beginning.
He's like, yo, over here. Yep. Like, but I don't know if some people might have seen this one. It's been a classic, but this one got edited.
Okay.
When can I smoke weed again?
Sophia, stop. So that's actually a good question.
So she just came out of like the dentist chair.
What I don't want you to get is a dry socket.
Yeah.
It's not an infection.
She just wants to smoke.
Can I take edibles?
Can she?
Been smoking.
That's lit.
That's fucking lit.
Smoking for about a week.
What about vaping, bro?
Anything that's gonna cause any sucking.
Jesus Christ! I can't suck dick either.
Sophia! Jesus. Shut up.
That's what you're crying about, bitch?
Oh yeah, I'm getting all this on YouTube. All of this when we get in the car.
Her priorities are right on it.
You're not depressed?
I can't suck
Yeah, Mom.
Please stop. Please stop.
Herself.
Mom, I can't.
No woman in the world, no matter how much you love dick, no woman in the world is going to prioritize dick over weed. I'm sorry.
Well, she went weed first. She went weed first, and then if weed wasn't available, like, okay, you do edibles, you know, and then dick. That was her brain. That was literally like, and then next would be like food. You know, that would be Speaking of edibles, I might as well take one of these.
What do you got there?
Dark chocolate indica. Does it have an actual flower part of it? No. Who cares? It's indica. I'll be asleep in an hour anyway, so. My Cookie Monster. But.
So wait. So what's your favorite strain? Oh my God.
Recently been a fan of 7 of 9. I don't know if you're as big of a Star Trek nerd as I am, but
I'm a Star Trek nerd. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
I mean, yes, Jolene Blaylock is, but
7 of 9.
and the fact that they painted that fucking outfit on her every fucking week. Jesus Christ. Anyway, but
that bitch is a model and she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I think it was like I'm reading stuff about it. Like she could barely breathe in that fucking thing, which like
I'm sure.
You know,
it's so much spandex on it.
Yeah, I'm sure you're wearing like just all sorts of just like, you know, you're ratcheting stuff down underneath there. I would.
Yeah, like that was in her bottom, like, you know,
like
trunk area.
Just Bondo, every bit of cellulite, and just because
you don't get to be that skinny and have giant tits like that unless you're pushing organs up there. Like
yeah. I mean, it's have you heard of the recent obsession with the tit to arm ratio? Right?
No.
Yeah, so it's just the fact of like, you know, it's like petite frame will end up having like no arm, and then if the tit ratio is farther than that, like you'll have it's a TikTok thing. You know, my friends told me about it. Right?
I think they're about even. What does that mean?
That you probably need a crane to help lift them. You know.
That is accurate.
Yeah, I don't know how you as a dude with boobs, I don't know how you ladies put them in those holders all day. But
it's not fun.
Oh, also I don't understand. All right, explain to me why one would need to lift and then like separate. I don't get.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, so that's a style question because lifting separating is very much a 1950s thing when they had like
the torpedo. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like you would want to take all of the boob and like have it, you know, come into a nipple point.
The Madonna pyramidal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now it's like push up, right? It just needs to be all up here into your chin region, right?
Together. How you want the cleavage. Right?
Well, that's the thing on like on Twitch, right? Where they get all those ladies to like, all right, can you touch your elbow? Like, can you touch your elbows together, right? Like, and be like, I don't know. Let me try.
If I do that,
like, you know. But anyway,
I'm too big for that. That must be for little girls because I can't look.
Yeah, you have to like actually like you can't do it down low. Yeah, but yeah, you could just like rest yours on the desk and go to sleep. So you know, there's benefits and
my arm came in like just like
an
inch. Like
that's it. That's it. But this is $26 in Oregon, and I'm ready to fucking move.
What?
Yeah.
$26?
Yeah, for a fucking OZ.
Oregon.
Yep.
For living in Oregon. Seriously.
Yeah, this is fucking fantastic. 26, imagine how much you'd buy at 26 an ounce. I would just take baths in it. I would be very happy.
I would like money to pay my bills, I think.
Yeah. I mean, eventually, I'm hoping that it will be legal enough that, you know, Julio can sell it out the back of his truck next to his watermelons, and I can just buy a whole like basket full for, you know, like nothing.
Yeah, right?
Like I want like bag of carrot prices, you know, like that thing, like just cheap, like. But I thought you would appreciate this, and I want multiples of. of these because my cat will utterly destroy them. But it's just a little fucking crocheted fucking jerk, little fucking J.
You know what? Okay.
Yeah. Like that can't be that hard. What? That's like what, a couple of fucking cross doodle stitches. March 8th.
Yeah, your birthday.
Nice. Yeah.
When is your birthday?
March 8th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remind me that for you, at least 1 or 2.
Yeah. I'll take them. I'll take a video of the cat fucking it up too. You know,
and whoever this is, Ravenclaw, so high five with that.
Oh yeah. I think I was actually Gryffindor, unfortunately.
That's cool. Prince of Gryffindor.
Yeah, I mean Hufflepuff are the partiers, right? Like, I think I might have gotten that at one point.
That's because you guys were like jocks. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah. Look at the fucking cuteness. Look at the cuteness. He's fucking so happy. And I wonder why. Just all this back here. If I go wee puppo. Oh my god, I love it. I love puppo. Fucking I love the fucking big derpy fucking ears on him too. I fucking love the piss out of those things. Here you go.
Adorable.
This guy is the now I'm calling him the patron saint of weed at this point. I don't know where the fuck he's at, but he's on TikTok, right? Oh, you'll see.
Weed exchange?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he'll just go to the Walmart.
Take that habit. Nah, it's legal now. You good? Hey.
Yes.
I'll trade you an eighth of weed for your pack of cigarettes.
Oh, shit. Damn. For the whole pack?
Yep. Eighth of weed for your pack of cigarettes?
Buy another pack. So he's just going around and like taking people's cigarettes and fucking like, I'll trade you an eighth of weed for the rest of your cigarettes.
The rest of my cigarette?
Yeah. No, your pack. The rest of your pack.
Oh, I don't have a pack. I just got one. That's a nice weed, though.
Give me that cigarette.
Yeah, there you go. Fucking.
No, that's
Stop smoking this kind of shit, bruh.
Go. What the fuck?
Hold on.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Chill. Hold on. Chill. Weed.
What the fuck?
Weed, bro.
okay.
I'll trade you the rest of your cigarette.
And
You sure?
I'm pregnant. She don't even smoke weed, but she'll smoke cigarettes.
You smoking a cigarette? You need to inhale Detroit. I'll trade you the rest of your cigarettes for.
Oh, it's Detroit. Where's Rome at? Rome, find this guy. Find him.
Damn, it's fire too. Smell it.
Rome's got to be there. Just go to Walmart. Go to every Walmart and hang out there.
All right, for sure.
Like,
you got another cigarette?
I do.
I'll trade you the rest of your pack of cigarettes for an eighth of this weed.
Oh, sure.
The whole thing. Let me see.
Fuck yeah, old lady. Do it up, girl.
Oh, good.
From TrueBuzz.com. You want to trade me?
Thank you, darling.
There you go.
TrueBuzz.com.
No.
Enjoy that, though.
No.
Hey, I'll trade you the rest of your cigarettes for an eighth of weed. It's a Mac 1 from Rockwood.
Hello.
Check it out.
Mac 1's good.
Real stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing Jack Herrera tonight.
Cigarettes.
I love Jack Herrera. It's been a long time.
I'll just take that
see
one
if
right
I.
there.
These nugs were like super frosty and shit too. Do I have a
No problem,
show,
man. I
bud?
appreciate you. Enjoy that. Enjoy that, man. You have a good one. You got the
Let's see if I can get.
cigarettes? I'll trade you an eighth of weed.
If I can get this thing to focus on it. Ooh.
No. What about you? I'll trade you an eighth of weed for the rest of your
You
cigarettes.
say no?
You sure?
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Hello.
I'll trade you the rest of your cigarettes for a quarter ounce of weed.
Got one cigarette left in my pack.
Focus, you fuck. There it goes.
It's legal, man. You good?
But
Trying to pick it up.
yeah, 3.5 grams for $40.
Fuck that instead, my guy.
So
Hey,
a little high,
You got another
but
cigarette, man?
you know, it'll get cheaper.
I'll trade you the weed for the rest of your cigarettes.
It's not bad.
3.5 grams.
Yeah,
I'll trade you an eighth of weed for the rest.
3.5 grams like an eighth, right? So yeah.
I pay 50 to 60 for an eighth out here.
Yeah, but you're buying like quality shit, right?
I mean, it's good, but you
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
It's not. Can't buy it at a store yet, which is obnoxious.
Yeah, it's what the dealer has, right? You know,
Right.
So,
But my favorite kind of weed that I've ever tried, I tried recently, is Hippie Crippler. Is the best that will shit, like, you will die immediately. Like, you take 2 hits of that and you'll be on the couch like, it's like that commercial where
well, yep. Let's see. We'll so look at this. Look at this nonsense. Clean your bongs. I'm looking at you. Clean them.
You're
them.
looking at me.
Not you specifically. I'm looking at the audience. Go clean them.
No,
alcohol, salt, Formula 420. Plenty of options.
Salt?
Yeah, alcohol, salt. Salt acts as an abrasive, and then isopropyl. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna do that.
And then like shake it up. For your little piece, just take like a Ziploc bag. Like go get like kosher salt and isopropyl alcohol, and just like put it in the bag and just shake bag. Just shake the bag for like ever, and then it'll be fine. Yeah. There are products that like are smoke soaps and stuff.
At a laboratory. I used to work at a laboratory. I talked to one of the scientists.
Yeah.
And he told me that it takes about 3 minutes for alcohol to break down any other substance that it's going to break down.
Yeah.
So if you want to take it for 3 minutes, you'll be pretty confident that you're done.
Pretty confident you're done. Yeah, weed is alcohol and fat soluble. You have to decarboxylate and then infuse in either alcohol or whatever. You can do sugar, I've been told, right? So you can do weed alcohol and then dissolve the sugar into the alcohol and then evaporate the alcohol out, right? What? And well, you leave your THC on the sugar, right?
Okay.
As a
sugar?
Yeah, so you get weed sugar, yeah. Yeah, I know. Craziness, right?
As if I'm not close enough to diabetes already.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I mean, between that and weed butter, like we should get nice and fat here very soon. But look at this nasty ass shit. Clean your pieces.
No fucking way.
Look at that. He's straight up got a little fucking spider bro in there.
This motherfucking spiders have made a colony in this motherfucker. You know how high? Do you understand how high this motherfucking spider is right now? Oh my fucking god. Holy
He's fucking
shit.
blitzed.
Spiders. That's hilarious though.
Yeah.
That's gross. Yeah, I use my pieces often enough that I don't.
Heller wants to know the best way to make special brownies. Here's what I want you to do, Yeller. I want you to go buy, right, a Joule, Joule. They're on $120 or an Anovo Precision cooker. They are sous vide machines, aka immersion circulators, right? I think it is. You want to decarb, so just grind up an ounce, split it into 2 halves, put them in a Ziploc bag, and then like drop them into water so that you like displace the air, right, out of them, right? And put like a heavy spoon right in there with it, something that like will weigh it down in the water, right? Because weed kind of floats. But anyway, you're gonna fill up your Joule, right? Little like pot of water, right? And then sous vide goes in, and it just takes that water, circulates it at a constant temperature. That's pretty much all it does. So anything sub-boiling we can go with, right? You take your dry-aged porterhouse, put it in there at, what do you like, medium rare? Right? Even for, depending on like a porterhouse, we're talking like, I would even go medium, right? It's a lot of meat to cook. So we're talking like
you're shit out of me right now.
170 degrees, right? That's what like medium is exactly. So I'm going to leave that steak in there for like, I don't know, how long? 6 hours? 8 hours? I don't give a shit. Take it out, throw it on the grill, literally cannot overcook it. Like,
wow.
I've seen people do stuff like where the fat will go rancid before the, like it overcooks. Like that's how I've seen people live like ribs and stuff in there for like a month and come back and like do stuff. So yeah, but yeah, so it's like 98. I'll send you, Heller, the exact time temps and stuff, but essentially like an hour at a decarboxylating temperature, right? And you decarboxylate, and then, which if we want to go back to our chemistry, we're taking off a carboxyl group so that we're left with just THC that our liver can deal with, right? Then that's your liver converts it into like THC fucking 420, 69, whatever the other THC is, that, you know, is like you get a different chemical from edibles, right? So because it's metabolized through your liver, right, and not through your lungs, right? So
is it THC 10?
I don't know specifically, but one of them. Delta 9 is from hemp. Delta 9 is derived from hemp products.
Delta 8 is from hemp.
Delta 8, yeah. Delta 9 might be a subsidiary. It's usually like when you're doing extracts and stuff, they can get that, right?
Yeah. And
but yeah,
apparently you can't get, it's good to know this, you can't get like flour of Delta 8. If you go to a store, really popular in Jersey right now because
it's like
we're at like
hops with Delta 8 put in, right?
Yeah, and it's essentially hemp that they sprinkle the concentrate onto.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go for Delta 8, which is pretty decent, like if you get a good,
if you can get it,
go
right?
for an edible for a vape. Do not go for the flower. That's what I was told by the guy.
Yeah. Can you get in your spot, Puppo? Thank you very much. I love you. But I'm busy's. You know, I mean, it takes me 6 feet to get to the door. Do you want to go outside? But yeah. So brownies, right? We're going to then take that decarboxylated weed that we now have, right? Put it in mason jars with 4 sticks of butter to an ounce of weed, right? And I split it in half just to be, you know, because it takes longer otherwise. And then let it go at like a slightly lower temperature, right, for like 6 to 12 hours to get, you know, in whatever oil you fancy. So then you just take butter and, you know, what, fucking Martha Stewart's brownie recipe, and, you know,
I bet you could coconut oil. That'd probably be delicious.
Yep. I mean, I've done chocolate chip cookies. I've done chocolate lava cakes. I've done, you know, I've done rum cakes. I can definitely, I mean, the strength of them is also very high, right? Because you're getting full extraction. Like I told this one young lady that was like, I gave her like 2 brownies and I was like, you might want to do like half of one, you know? Like she fucking does 4 and has like a panic attack. Like, well, I told you,
That would be
you know,
man.
like, why didn't you listen to me? You know? Right? So, but yeah, I like doing the cookies because you can like dose them out a little better with like a cookie scoop, you know, and go with that. But yeah, normally what I've been doing recently is this is already decarboxylated out of the vaporizer, so I can just I'll like rinse it with some water because sometimes it's a little burnt, right? And because THC isn't water salt, isn't right. So like, yeah, it's cooking my weed all the time, right?
Wow.
Yeah, so this little thing like is 219 degrees C and is blowing out, you know, water vapor that that THC latches onto.
So you're
right?
like smoking it, getting double out of it.
Yeah, and E-Heller is talking about like it's a dosage failure, right? Where it's like, yeah, brownies are hard to dose that way. So like I normally, you can like, if it's too strong, you can cut with normal butter, right? So then you're talking about like, if your recipe calls for a half a stick, you know, you can do like, you know, a quarter stick of weed butter and then the rest, whatever. I wanted to do cosmic brownies forever, like the little Debbie ones. Like I wanted to make a copy of that, like the ones with the rainbow sprinkles, right?
That sounds
those and the ganache, the ganache on top.
Ooh,
yeah.
Fancy.
And you could do you can also infuse cream. And ganache is just equal parts chocolate and cream.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've had that kind of stuff. I could do Michelin level shit if I needed to with that, you know. Dosing would be the hardest part. Dosing for like a 7-course meal would be fucking a nightmare.
You know, so cool though to have like a 7-course weed meal, and at the end of it, you would just be like perfectly high and perfectly stuffed. Like that's got to be.
I thought they've done it. Vice, the Vice Network has done a few of those. And like showcased a few of those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would show them on here, but I worry about their paying for music that I don't have the rights to.
Yeah.
like I doubt those stoners would fucking care. But speaking of the flat lady,
exactly what I was referring to.
Yeah,
I,
dude.
like, melted.
When I made those,
Yeah.
so I made 4 sticks of butter, right? Me and my cousin split. Like I bought half, he bought half, right? And we both put in, right? And like he looked like that. I gave him 2 sticks, and he made like fucking 1 grilled cheese, and he fucking looked like that. And I'm like, you're fucking stoned, right? And he was like, nah. Like I'm like, fucking don't lie to me, you know? Like I fucking know stoned when I see stoned, bro. But I thought this was fucking cool. So it's just taking old raw packages that like have been used up, and then like expertly crafting it into Bob Marley's face, which is
That's
like
beautiful.
my brain breaks at that kind of art, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how do you fucking do that shit that perfectly? Like, you know. Also, how much fucking J's are you smoking that you have this amount of fucking old raw like wrappers? You know.
I do not.
So, but
I smoke J's. I bet I would have those too, but I generally don't.
Here's another one. Did fucking
Cool.
Boba Fett.
Yeah. Nice.
You know, I've not watched the new stuff. I kind of got off Star Wars for a bit, but you know, I definitely think Ijuana is better than Riaje. But
that's awesome.
I love this fucking face. These faces are the best.
It's hilarious.
The Gondalorian, says E. Heller. That is the one I want. Like Snoop Dogg will be doing that film.
Yes, right. Yoda's the right color. That's amazing.
I love this to me when we're talking about J's, right? It's this fucking bottom bit that gets you. This fucking bottom bit when you think the raccoons work for the CIA. Yeah, that's some shit right there. But oh, we've reached a sobriety test point. So
what is that?
A sobriety test point, right? We have to make sure we're high enough for the rest of the show.
Oh Lord.
So we have to look at this optical illusion and figure out what's weird about it. Oh.
What?
Oh. So they're all the dots are moving in a straight line. It just looks like
so. You know what this
spinning.
reminds me of? This reminds me of those like teacup rides. You know what I'm saying? The whirligig ride.
Yep.
That's exactly
the vomit inducers. Yep.
Yeah, big time.
Because that's what gets all the little kids. It's this ride, you know.
The ride kid.
I had this happen the other day. Not entirely this, but you know, how come my alarm didn't ring anymore? You just fucking put it in, dummy.
That's
I fucking died when I first saw this one. Just because like I read it, I was like, we don't skitty dip, we chunky dunk. Like it's just fucking we chunky dunk, baby. I fucking love that shit. You know.
I love it.
Also, fat people in flip flops. You got to find that flip flop that's real strong.
That's right.
You know,
I've broken so many.
Otherwise, you get like the flip flop that's got like the fucking flared edges and shit. Like you know.
Totally.
But
or like my toe thing will pop out.
Oh, that's the worst.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, the G string of the thong.
Yes, exactly.
So
the crack.
Now I think there was a mistake made. 16,000 per hour.
Yeah, that's
like what? You know, I mean, I'm not sure which is better, that or free nugs. Wendy's be fucking on point, people. Employees get free nugs.
Even if they're not weed nugs, Wendy's nugs are also delicious. So either way, I would be happy. Yeah.
I fucking love that shit. There was another one I saw that was like that had like Denny's like behind Wendy's that like was hiring, and it was like like Wendy's was like, we're nicer and we pay more. Like that was it. That's what they had, which is fucking hilarious. But I feel like this is a PSA we have to put out. You know, just do not feed iguanas. Just don't do it. Right? They might thank you with a hug. Which what? Who thought this is a public sign? Like who?
What is he saying there? There's the iguana's like on his dick, and then there's like something in between his hands. What is that?
I think it's the fact, like, if you feed the iguana might attack you mercilessly, you know? But I just love that they have, like, these fucking cartoon iguanas that have, like, ganged up over this guy who gave them a burger, like, you know? Okay. And they're like, get him, Jeff! Like, fucking Jeff's like, I got it! You know? And these are his two friends running in fear, like, you know? But it's just dumb stuff. God. Like, Reddit gives me dumb stuff. I love how this is on the Virgin Island, which, you know, who named it that?
To the Virgin Island.
The Virgin Island is lying. But where's my hello? Hello?
Cute.
Get a human, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Could you imagine? He's having flashbacks right now. This is not the first time. Oh my god, please save me. Please. Please, I'm blinking SOS, please. Help! Help me, I have no thumbs! Help! Like, I tried bribing him with kisses and it didn't work. He continues torture. Please.
You know, if I were that man's girlfriend, I would feel exactly the same way.
Oh my god, dude. Just like, oh god, get me out of here.
That's funny. That's a good one.
I found this funny because this is the most extravagant toilet I think I've ever seen.
That's a toilet? What?
It's not, but the fact that it's got a fucking lid, like, it made me think it was one. Like,
oh, looks like, to me, it looks like one of those garbage cans that you, like, step on and it goes whoop, you know?
Yeah. Like, I feel like that would be great to put your weed in. You know?
Oh, Jaws.
Yeah, although, like, that would be...
No,
that would
because
be
look
great.
at all the rags. You'd lose
right, yeah, but
shit.
you'd put it in, like, a container and then, like, in there, you know? Like,
no, okay, then. So it would be like treasure chest.
A geode barbecue, E. Heller says. Just put a rack on the front. But actually,
nice.
that might not be a bad move. What else I got?
Tastes good.
Oh, this one. You'll love this one.
Okay.
They're trying to be romantic. They're looking at the Christmas lights.
To be little bitty, little red nipple on a big green titty.
And I've had that song stuck in my head for the last 4 days. Fucking, it's okay to be little bitty, tiny red nipple on a big green titty. Titty is one of the funnest words to say. But not as fun as a dog will lick his butt but won't eat a pickle road. Who the fuck let them name it this? Like, could you imagine? Like, can I get directions to fucking Pickle Road? I'm sorry, what? I think you mean dog will lick his butt but won't eat a Pickle Road. Where's this at, I wonder?
Funny.
But yeah, that's pretty great. If
Maybe
your
they
pillow,
call
if your pillow looks like this, you can survive Omicron. I just want people to realize your pillow looks like that, you know. But
yeah, I live that life.
Yeah, I feel you. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, since you got all dolled up with your makeup on, I figured we should show how you have to eat with red lips on, right? Like, you just have to essentially alien bite, you know. Even this guy's like fucking. Oh yeah, I know how this works. Like,
okay, chapstick bitch.
Yeah. You gotta like chew like that shit. It's fucking great. He's like, she's fucking putting it on and shit. There you go, you got it.
Oh, that's the worst kind of lipstick for that too. So, yeah.
Yeah. But
see, I get this called tattoo lipstick. So if I put shit to my mouth, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I hate that kind of lipstick there.
Yeah, I mean, The stuff I never understood was that fucking torture device that I see every girl that just like takes the fucking thing and it's just like right here and it's just like and I'm like, why? Like the eyelash fucking curler thing. I know, but it seems like it's designed to take your eyeball out of your socket. That's what it seems like it's for. You know, like. So just in case people needed to also be more afraid, the military made a robot that can eat organisms for fuel.
We're
yeah, we're completely fucked. I don't know if this is real or not. But it might be like this picture. I feel like is a little leading. It was probably like, yeah, I can eat algae, you know, like, but who knows? But good looking out, whoever's putting this info out.
Only a matter of time between algae and human.
Oh yeah, it's just biofuel at that point. Like they don't care.
Right.
You know, we're just gonna be batteries for them.
We eat.
Speaking of fucking spooky shit that the government can have, look at this nonsense. They have a fucking jetpack. They've got jetpacks.
What?
Yeah, military got jetpacks now. Look at this shit. He's like fucking Iron Man.
Get the fuck out of here. So wait, so in his hand are stabilizers, right?
Yeah, so this is Adam Savage knows the guy who invented these. But yeah, they're just like vectoring. You just like vector, like you're literally flying like Iron Man.
Right.
You know, and I think that yeah, like it's like fuel backpack pretty much. Yeah, and it's like pipes it into these. So like
primarily
these are essentially fucking jet engines. They're just tiny ones. You know, so
but not. I don't know how jet engines work, but there's no fire.
It's like exploding the air. It's mainly using a little bit of fuel and lots of oxygen, right?
Wow.
It's like forcing air through it, you know.
So
that's what's doing it. Yeah, well, you think about like a F-16 afterburner, right? Like think of the back of that thing. Yeah, like you know, it's essentially you're igniting air on fire. That's what you're doing.
Oh my God.
At high pressure air.
Yeah.
But
we're getting Iron.
Oh yeah. Adam Savage literally did this in an Iron Man thing that he like 3D printed, like 3D printed metal bullshit. It's a whole show he did. You guys had to deal with this nonsense. Just fucking life sucks, doesn't it? Just
that sucks.
And you fucking have the snow machine, and it still sucks. Like that's the worst part. Cleaning up snow is the worst part. You know?
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
I also just feel like his just like depression when it happens is just palpable. It's like, like so fucking depressing. I had to show you this one because you know you are the Millennialsplaining.
I am the millennial.
So somebody made I'm too zoomed in, right? So yeah, you have to like
kitchen off.
How to hold your cat for maximum impact, right? The perfect. I don't know this word. You have to go explain. WFH attire. Work from home attire. Got it. I figured out. I got a brain. Pants. Yay or nay. Home decor. Xmas lights till June and other life hacks. This is just someone who like fucking put this together. Van life. Convincing your cat. It'll be great. Hidden benefits of day drinking. Yeah. Walk while we work. Woke. But yeah, great. I love it.
Yeah.
Like let's get to some fucking cat shit. Cats. Oh. What did I do? What did I do? That face. The what did I do face. Like I mean, I think it's one of those, like, because he doesn't seem, like, hurt. You know? I think it was just some, like, warning, like, baps. With some bapping.
I feel bad for that kitty.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's like, what the fuck did I do? I didn't do nothing. I was just being cute. These fucking adorable ones are munching on crunching waters. Crunchy waters. I love crunchy waters. Husky gets some, yeah, Husky likes. Cat gets some, cat likes. But it's weird. I can't get like if I try to give my dog something that it just doesn't know what it is, like no, I don't like. What is this? You know. But this one got me. And I think it will get everyone at home too. Right? Let's see if everyone notices what happened.
Whoa!
Yeah, yep. The fuck was that, dog? That dog means Jesus and Oma Patria Fili. Fucking Ona Bisco. But yeah, who fucking like what? I want to see it again just because it's like so ridiculous. Whoop.
Woo!
I fucking love that shit. Why did he do it that way too? He knew it would fucking look good. But, this one, you know, talk about Kyle Kalinske online and Big Seltzer, right? We just gotta know how dogs feel about Big Seltzer. How do you feel, dog? No, I don't like. No, go away.
Wait,
you
stop,
sure?
that...
No. The face he makes originally is perfect. He's like, "What you got? Is that seltzer stuff?
Want some of this?
What is it? No, I don't want none. No."
That's fine. I
Get
drink
out of
seltzer,
here.
and my girlfriend does because
Yeah.
she drinks Sprite, and sometimes we mix it up at the fast food joint.
Yeah. Seltzer to me is like it has to be cold and not flat, and it's flat immediately. Like I have these little do I have one in here, or do I not have? Oh, I do have one in here that like. This thing like goes on it to like keep the fucking carbonation in.
Ooh,
right?
fun.
Which is nice. I even have like a fucking hydro flask thing that like goes on it so I can keep it cold and shit. But it's usually gone by the time I get it in there, you know? So but anyway. But yeah, I love the dog's reaction to that one. It's fucking hilarious. I feel like we all need this. Addicted to your phone? Scan for help. Get out of here. That's how we fix it. Just slap that shit out of here. But I have to like put mine down. Like at night, it's the worst. It's like I'll be like, why am I on Twitter again? I just closed Twitter. Like, what am I doing?
Know.
You know? What? Puppo. What is your problem? Can you just get in your spot? Would that be nice? I would appreciate it very much. Thank you. He's a good puppo. Weirdo. Anyway. I figured we needed, like, just some happy space times. How gorgeous is that? Like, I just feel like we need a big giant blunt and, like, the swan chill out. Although, if that's a fucking gander, it's gonna be an asshole. Male geese are notorious.
I'm so surprised that was a video. I thought that was a painting at first. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Our Whoa Dude. Pretty great.
Whoa, dude.
For when you're high, yep. This is hilarious. Have you seen these crazy? Like we had the jetpack guy. No, we have water jetpack guy. But this is, I think, in Jamaica, right? We got like cruise ship situation here.
Yep,
right? But he's like fucking killing out. He's trying to impress all the fucking ladies here, right? He's doing it up. Look at my fucking stripper moves. Like, hold on, I fucking got this. Like, look at the oop pop ooping. Like, just, you know, you definitely went home upset. After that.
That's awesome.
And it's just the hilarity of that, like. And those things are expensive to fucking.
I'm sure.
To fucking do. And you know, just the fucking hubris. But I just want people to be on the lookout. Police toilet stolen. Cops have nothing to go on. So if anyone else can give him some shit.
Oh,
Also,
that's beautiful.
Please steal more police toilets. I don't know if I can say that, but just do more of that because that's hilarious.
Don't get caught. Please.
That's
I didn't
exactly.
say that.
Just don't. Yeah, I didn't say get caught. Just don't do that.
Do not. Fuck with the police.
Just don't get caught. We're going like Sparta rules. Don't get caught.
And
yoink. And again. And again.
That's just silly. I like
That's fucking great. You know, if you know Spanish too, it's fucking fucking yep. Anyway. Fucking this one's I hope people like baby videos.
That
Tied it's holding her head on and you'll want to cut it. Then you can just remove the head.
Wait, what?
This is so, oh my god. That was so real.
It looks way too real. What is that?
Zip tie that's holding her head on and you'll want to cut it.
You gotta cut the zip tie on your baby.
Like, the baby's skin together, like the skin flaps together, like
right?
labia.
Oh.
Like, God, horrifying.
I mean, I've never needed to hold those together myself, but you know, to each their own.
Right.
Usually I'm wanting the opposite of that, you know. But no, I don't like it. No, it moves. Get it out of here. He's going hard on that thing. It's like a speed bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to get my cat a little speed bag just to see if he'll do it. You know? But like I think I'm a big fan of anodizing. I don't know if you've ever done like metalwork or jewelry stuff, but this is always fun to watch. So
that's not required. Like, I don't have to get big equipment.
Yeah. This is
things to anodize. I use titanium ball bearings in some of my designs. I don't usually need to do big batches like this. However, I got a special order.
Oh yeah, the anodizing sticks.
Even more fun, they ordered green, which is the very last color on the color spectrum. So you'll get to see all the different colors that I can do. Right now, we're easing into the blue, and we're going to ratchet it up to the light blue.
Also,
the
I love
electricity
how
does not conduct evenly across the surface.
One purple chick still holding out.
Why did
Sometimes a few balls will catch a higher jolt, and
I don't know why Glinda from the north is the voiceover artist, but
we'll drift up to gold,
you know,
from gold to pink, from pink
but,
to violet, and now we're jumping straight into the purple, which is
and this is
one
the crazy
of the
one.
most striking colors on the light spectrum.
Oh,
from there we'll shift into the aqua and then the teal. You can see the reaction happens almost instantaneously. And while this is a good green, they really wanted the nice,
crank the
bright,
voltage a little.
pale green. So I'm going to have to turn it up a little bit. And let's see, just
and then we get that like
jolt, just a little more. There we go, that nice, bright grass green. That's what we're looking for. I also call it dragon green, just, for fun.
Yeah, anodize, like,
well,
depends
these
on what
peas are finished,
metal you're anodizing.
But actually, if you want to come see more of this in person, we're in Chicago at C2E2 in booth 679 this weekend.
C2E2, Heller. You want to go over there?
E2.
Yeah, that'll be Chicago to E2 something. Don't know. E Heller will probably tell us what it is in a minute. What else I got? Oh, yeah. This guy. Domine. Domine. You have disturbed my slumber. I shall end you. Like, he does look super grumpy. Just, why have you...
Right.
Why have you... Like, he's great. Also the fucking bat wings. And you know that's what he's really pissed off about. You know,
right?
So,
How dare you dress me up, you
Vile human. Like, just fucking vile human. I use you because you bring me food and such. Not for this silliness. You ever seen a parrot's tongue? Bleh.
What in shit?
Bleh.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That looks like a... Ew!
Bleh.
Ew, that's horrifying.
What is that used for? It's a little fucking... I guess it's got to be for bugs. It's probably used for, like, grabbing bug boys.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, like, if it were, you know, like that squishy ball material, I guess it would be a good, like, tickler or dildo or something.
Yeah, Adam and Eve probably already has this set up.
That was jarring.
You know? So, I mean, the newest thing is that, like, what's the little sucky boy? The little clit sucking thing that come out now? Right?
I don't know.
Put it right on there, and it's a little silicone sucky thing. Uses like
I don't know.
It uses like air compression or whatever. You'll
like
find it. Yeah, just look up go on adamandeve.com, which if I will more than willingly sponsor adamandeve.com if they want to hook me up with that. But yeah, look up I think it's the womanizer. I even know that shit, that's scary. Is like the brand name. I think the Wirecutter, which is a New York Times affiliate, was like the best vibrators, and it's one of them.
Wow.
But it's a little literal little sucky boy. Great.
Interesting.
But I mean, between that and the wand, you shouldn't need much more than that. You know. So, but
I don't know. I don't get with that kind of stuff. I wish I had the money too, but
yeah, they're. I mean, they are and they aren't expensive. Like, I mean, you think about buy one, you know, like me and my girlfriend are just having a hard time finding like a adequately sized black dildo because she's black and we had to buy a dildo, and it's honestly horrifying to me. Yeah, I mean, I would just go at that point. I would just go multicolored. Bad Dragon is an option. Anything, like anything. Really hard to find like an adequately sized one because we wanted a larger one, and that's like 6 inches large, right? What? Oh, my dildo was 10 inches, darling. Sorry. Good for you. But it's partially because the strap that she uses, like, it's really difficult to get it all the way in properly and get it inside me. So it's like the 10. Yeah. I don't get 10 inches of it. It's just I saw a video. I think I might have saved it. I'll send it to you. Of these two ladies who go to the gym with a strap on, and they're putting fucking like 5-pound like plates on it and doing the fucking hip thrust with it, and it's fucking great. I'm like, that's actually a move. You know. Did you ever love Tenacious D? You love Tenacious D? Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Yeah. Push up. Yep. How many can you do? Deactivated lasers with my dick. Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely could play almost all that shit on guitar. Yes. Oh my god, awesome. We should have a Tenacious D song on your show one day. Yep. Yeah, so Jack Black, I know you're watching. Feel free to come on. You went on. He went on Getting Dug with High, which is one of the you know, like, reasons I started this show. Getting Dug with High was great. Had Jimmy Dore on, had a bunch of people on. Greg Proops. I love had a bunch of the improv people. Had Sarah. Where did Greg Proops go? Wait, stop. Where did Greg Proops go? He was one of my favorite people when he was. I'm sure Jimmy Dore probably still contacts him. They came up on the circuit together. Greg Proops is the reason Jimmy Dore smokes weed. Oh my god. Like, literally, he's the one who got Jimmy high for the first time. With you and Jimmy and Greg Proops, and we were all getting fucking wasted. He's in. Oh my god! So him and Graham Elwood are in Super High Me. Jimmy and Graham. If you ever go watch it again, Graham I think plays like the straight laced, like, I'm the no weed comic guy, right? And like, Ron might be in it somewhere, maybe. I gotta check. Yeah, Super High Me is a classic. Has a YouTube show that Jimmy went on. Yeah, Getting Dug with High. It's now not a thing anymore, I don't think. Talk about politics. Yep. Yeah, Proops is doing live shows at an improv show, I think. right? That was Proop Second City, Heller. I would imagine that would be a thing.
Oh, that makes sense. Genius. He's hilarious. I saw his stand up too from like the early 2000s. Genius.
Yeah, I think that group was, if I'm not mistaken, that early group was like Jimmy, Greg, Proops, Doug Benson, Sarah Silverman.
Yes. Sarah's also hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were like all pretty close friends at that point.
Oh, that's cool.
So, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, I go back to the early days of Jimmy on that stuff. So, you know, but yeah, like Greg Proops is the reason he even smokes now, if I'm not mistaken. So,
rock.
It's just one of those facts that, like, when I tell that people are like, yeah, no way. You know, they don't think of Greg Proops as being that guy.
I sent a quick message to Greg Proops, and I just want you to know that you were the highlight of every Whose Line Is It Anyway that I've ever seen, that I loved your stand-up so much, and your whole vibe as a person is bizarre and wonderful, and inspired me as a human.
Did you watch the British Whose Line?
I did, yes.
Yeah, that one had like, I think it had like some Seinfeld, like who's the lady from Seinfeld? Like Elaine, what's the actress's name? Julia Dreyfus. I think she was on a few of those episodes, and yeah, the British one's weird. It's like very formal, and I
started out with the show actually, and you know when Drew Carey took over, right?
I think so. Yeah,
I was like, what's he gonna do against the totally uptight guy? I really enjoyed it.
It was great. I mean, it's. I don't even mind the newer stuff. I feel like their formatting's weird. The new Whose Line stuff, right? It feels like very like short almost, and like rushed.
I haven't really been keeping up, so I don't know.
That has what's her name? Lana from Archer. I can't remember her name. She's fucking giant. Yes. She's like 6'4" or something like that.
Yeah, she's really fun.
Yeah. But what else I got?
Archer.
Hello? No. Is that it? Is that all the stuff? No. I have. Hello? Load? Please?
Wow.
It's a Cabot. It's a Cabot. Aisha Tyler. That's who it is.
Aisha Tyler, yes.
Look at how adorables.
Hilarious.
That fucking.
Oh my god.
This is the Easter Bunny I want. That fucking cute ups. Alright, what else I got? I think this is the last one. Oh, I have to like. Do I have video controls? No, but I don't.
Oh, balls in front of me.
And I'm gonna go and gone. Just I'm not going in there. Like
those are like clown testicles. I do not blame them.
The ball pit, the thing that's definitely not full of urine at the playground. Yeah, like that. Like those must be closed down for COVID. Like the ball pits are definitely.
Oh yeah.
Also, how awkward do you remember? Like? Yeah, let the kids go play in the ball pit. Like, yeah, that doesn't sound good. You know. No,
it wasn't good. Do you remember the McDonald's ball pits?
Oh, I do. I remember the McDonald's with the N64s.
Yes.
Like with like the controller that was like floppy and half falling off. Like on the I remember all those. Like you know, but
it was kind of like a treasure hunt in a Jersey ball pit because sometimes you would find.
I have to. There we go. Give us a $2, but yeah, like back then, like McDonald's were fucking weird. I remember doing like birthdays at McDonald's and shit. Yeah. Like, you know,
like legitimately be a restaurant for no reason.
Yeah, it was weird. I mean that and like Chuck E. Cheese and all those things back then.
Like
the 90s were such a strange time to like for like I was talking about the other day with like it was like ska stuff. Like you don't understand. Like that stuff was like spoon fed to us. Like it was just like it was like that, like color block clothing, Dixie Jazz cups. It was like entire marketing, branding, aesthetic choice, style. Like it was from the top down corporate like shit, and I still love all of it. Like you know, it's crazy that like I could still like the I had the fucking Power Rangers alert sound on my phone. Like that's, you know, there's stuff that like we just growing up as millennials, like we had really good entertainment, and I think it was partially because like it was what parents did to like get away from us, was just put us in front of like a TV, you know.
Yeah.
And
well, no, it was this commercialism. I mean, we were the most marketed to generation besides Gen Z.
Well, we had like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. We had like whole networks for just kids, you know.
Yeah, totally. We didn't know. And like, you know, because of the centralization of the media at the time, like they were able to like feed us in a steady feeding tube, right?
Right. Like
now
I mean,
it's a little more
just,
diverse.
But it's also like it's crazy how much like you think about like Mr. Rogers, and like they definitely cared about children's content to the point where it's like they snuck in really good musicians and like great writers and voice actors that are incredible. And you know, some of that, like, I mean, the Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of the best fucking shows ever made.
Love
like,
Avatar. I about that today. Actually.
Yeah, I think I'm still waiting for that Netflix stuff to be terrible, but you know, hopefully not. There's like some new stuff that they're coming out with, and they're trying to do another live action, I think, and yeah, I don't know. That M. Night Shyamalan movie was fucking terrible.
Painful.
The worst. But yeah, like that, like Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack. I mean, we just got like you go on, and there's like content after content that's still good.
Are
Dexter's
you a
Laboratory? I'm not. That's the one thing I missed. Brownies was the one thing I didn't do.
Why you should be though? Because Friendship is Magic was written by the woman who wrote Friendship is Magic. It was written by the woman who wrote Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Laboratory.
Okay.
So that's why I love it.
That makes sense.
It's
surprisingly
good.
Tara Strong, as one of them, right? She plays, she's Harley Quinn in Batman, right?
She's like Batman.
Well, Tara Strong is the voice actress for Harley Quinn in the animated '90s.
Oh, rock on!
Yeah. She's
doubt it. You know what character she was? No.
I can look. We got Google.
Yeah, please let me.
Tara Strong. I will more than willing to showcase Tara Strong. But
she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's
that's not fair.
Incredible.
That's not fair. Why do voice actresses have to be gorgeous too?
She talks about it as like she's like the exception in that regard, and people find it weird. You know, she's openly talked about it. Like, yeah, like it's weird that like, oh, that voice actress, and they like point like, no, it's not that fucking hot lady over there. Stop. But if I do, she's what's the purple one? The purple fucking horse.
Wait, the purple and one or the pink one?
She does a couple of them.
Oh, okay.
This is like Twilight. All the stuff she's done. So she did Bubbles.
Oh,
Powerpuff Girls. She's Timmy.
Oh, Odd Parents, Rugrats.
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girl. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. She's what's her name in Danny Phantom? Which God! I found out on Instagram. Bunch of girls super into Danny Phantom. Don't know how that happened. Danny Phantom? It's one of my favorites actually. It's yeah, the premise is like he gets ghost powers essentially, right? This like teenager or whatever, right? And it's like, you know, his family's like this weird Ghostbusters family, right? And then they made this like portal to like the ghost world. He gets like fly situation where he gets like stuck in between it when they like flick it on, right? And like this is this character is like a ghost that uses fucking, it's like a siren ghost, uses music and shit to fucking freak people out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and like it's a crazy voice, but yeah, Harley Quinn everywhere. Tara Strong is pretty much that. It was her and Mark Hamill as the Joker, right? So
yeah, Mark Hamill's a wonderful Joker.
Yeah,
but you know who that at the bottom corner in the purple dress? You know who that is?
Yes, I do. That's from Drawn. What is it called?
What?
But yeah, Drawn. Oh, crap.
Where they're all like in a. It was like a Disney.
It's like a real world. No, this is like so Tara Strong. Shit. ERONG. Princess, not Mononoke, not Twilight Sparkle. What is it called? Drawn Together. Thank you.
Yeah.
E. Heller's another comedy degenerate, like I am. Like.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I definitely heard of that show.
Yeah. So essentially, right here we go. Right.
Okay.
This was Drawn Together. It was like on Comedy
Right.
Central. Like this character's like a weird Pikachu thing. She's like princess whatever. It's like it's a parody on comedy, like on cartoons itself, right? You know.
Yeah.
Betty Boop's like the fucking dirty bitch, like that's fucking out there, like you know, like fucking titties have moles on them. Something like she fucking just goes hard, and then this was like the fucking blaxploitation one. It was very well done at its time. I forget who's all on that show, but it was like Norm Macdonald might be in it. It was great. It was a great show.
Cool.
She's like super slutty. That's like the whole fucking thing. The princess lady, like but yeah, it was a fantastic show. But again, like you can just look at this one voice actor's stuff. Like half of it's 90s crap, right? And like that's why people like. I think that's why she gets the stuff today, right? It's like her, Phil Lamar, who did Batman? I forget Batman and stuff. Yeah, Foxy Cree Summer was Foxy Cleopatra, which was fucking. It was a great part. That they got like the perfect voice actors for Drawn Together. But who else is in here? Any other notable ones?
Yes, the
Ben 10,
the Teen
Rugrat.
Titans.
Yeah,
The
Raven.
Teen Titans.
I prefer
Raven,
this
yeah.
one over this one. I haven't watched these, but I watched this one and it was pretty great.
Teen Titans Go is really enjoyable because it's funny.
it's like, and it's very like meta and stuff like that. I remember it being like pretty decent. It was just the newer one. I was like a little too old when it was like coming out, like I had to go back and watch it. But
right.
But yeah, like this, I just remember like the content was so just they actually cared about it, which was you can go back and like that stuff still holds up like incredibly well. Like go watch. Do you remember Dexter's Laboratory, the superhero stuff with like there was like the fake Thor that wasn't Thor. It was like Valhalla or whatever, right? And then like Superhero Man. It was like The Boys before The Boys existed. It was fucking great. If you've not seen that, go watch that. This is the classic thing where stoners before they leave, like, oh, you gotta watch all this stuff. Like Expanse. You should catch up on that if you've not watched The Expanse. Me and Warren have been watching it. Hopefully, once we're done with it, we'll put together like a little review thing. That'll be fun. Cool. So Expanse is near future capitalism in space and how it's gonna fuck us. Like it will. So super good. Go watch that. Just get past the first season, and then you won't need me to like baby you for the rest of it. You'll be like, all right, just next one already. Just shut up, play. That one, Raised by Wolves. Go watch that. Also good. One season. Go find that. But yeah, like The Boys. If you are like tired of like if you're tired of superhero movies, watch The Boys. Okay. Even though it's a superhero, you'll and it's very like it's HBO, so they're like or Amazon, one of the two, so they're like doing that like there's some gratuity, but very good. Well done. So I've not watched their latest season coming out, I think. I've heard some good stuff, but you're also gonna be like, if you do watch Raised by Wolves, you're gonna come back and be like, what the fuck was that? And it's a good thing. I can't even explain it to you. That's the problem. You'll be like, what's it about? It's like I can't. You're just gonna have to go watch it. Like that's the thing. Like You're just you're gonna have to watch it. It's done by Ridley Scott of Alien fame, and it's like
yeah.
They chose to use their money really well. Like I think Ridley just like bought a plot of land in South Africa and just used it as a filming location, right? And they built like a set there. You learn that set very intimately. It's like you know where things are. Like it's like Ridley Scott getting like give Ridley Scott like a season to work with, you know, like and see what he does with it. But it's really done. Aesthetic is great. But anyway, I think we've just made it to the 2-hour mark. So right on time, in fact. So I think I have your Twitter handle right underneath you. Under there at Millennialsplaining under there. I think I have your website down in the doobly-doo down below. If you want to go check that out. You know, otherwise go follow INN. You'll see updates from Bess all the time. We should have. I might be able to show some sneak peeks. Where's our Discord? So if I pull Discord up and I go to the INN public one that's not public yet, right? And if we bring this over here, and then I go here, right? So, and I go to, you should be in here, right? I just don't think we have the bot working yet. Oh no, we just have it down here. So it's taking your tweets there and automatically pulling them in here, and should do it for the entire network. So hopefully when we get that up and running, you know, does great there. So yeah, go find that. Even can put that in the copy. Hello, copy link. Thank you. I can put that here. But yeah, we'll be putting out this Discord hopefully soon. Once we get it all locked down. So that'll be fun. That'll be a nice public thing for INN for people to go do. But otherwise, I think that's just about it. You should find all my links down in the doobly-doo, including my Ko-fi and Patreon, right? In case you want to leave me some weed money, you know. So, but you know, we gotta fund that trip to Amsterdam for INN. Like, that's gotta happen.
To my PayPal, please do, because my car died on me this morning, and I got to figure out what to do with my life. So please help me.
Yep, go do that. Go order some black flowers from her. Give her some work to do. You know.
Yes.
She's gotta constantly work the arthritis out, and it's a whole thing. You just gotta, you know. I mean, she started buying crochet needles so that she can, like, you know, pull ash out of bowls, and now she's here. So.
And they just fell onto some yarn one day. And
they just fell onto some yarn one day.
Like,
I gotta get a beret at some point too. You know. But,
yes, absolutely. Huge shout out to the Red Berets. And
how do you get one of the cool black ones? That's what I want to know. Like, there's the one.
Want a black?
I just want, like, just give me all the colors. I just want, like, the Power Rangers of berets back here. You know, like,
yeah. Just message them. They'll make the color you want. I
guarantee you that should be your. If you ever want to just make a full Power Ranger suit in, like, crochet, just the whole thing, like the helmet and everything, just because I want to see that. You know, like, have you ever seen? There was the crochet Spider-Man one, which is pretty fucking hilarious. That one's great.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, imagine crocheting that though, like a whole onesie. You know, like, it's pretty much what you're doing, right? Yeah, like you'd have to.
If I had to crochet a onesie for myself, it would take forever. If I had to crochet my roommate from college, that would be fine.
Ladies down the road from me, they don't live there now, but they used to. They came out from LA. They were the do you know what owls are? Have you heard that term in the les community? Like, as in old wise lesbians, owls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I know it was I colloquially called them Thelma and Louise. But it was not Deanna and Ethelda. Deanna used to be a, like, costume person for, like, Hollywood, right?
Cool.
And one of the things Ethelda was also a personal trainer for, like, Lily Tomlin and all that stuff. But one of the things Deanna had done, she did the costuming for fucking Barry White, right? And I just went, that was a fucking shit ton of sequins, wasn't it? She was like, I had a barrel. Like, could you imagine like a barrel of sequins?
That's amazing! Oh my
Like,
god, I know
a
several
barrel?
people who
Like,
died.
like how many rhinestones do you need to fill a barrel? You know, like that's a lot. But
ton.
like yeah, Barry White was styling back then too. You know, so you know
Oh my
the
God,
fucking
that's
kids in chat are like Barry White. Don't worry, it was on tape. You know, like it was fine. You had to take the 8-track out. But there's a place called Motown. Look it up. All right. But anyway, let's go back to a fucking. Oh, so many. What have they made a Barry White movie?
I'm sure. I haven't seen one, but I'm dead sure.
Can we make that happen? Like, if not,
okay.
I want that to happen now. Like, we've made other like we've ruined like fucking Queen with the recent one. Just do a Barry White one. Like, we'll get I don't know, Jamie Foxx in a fat suit, something. We'll figure it out. You know? Like, we'll figure it out. We'll find somebody. You know?
Yeah.
What is his Gregory Porter could pull it off, honestly. Spotify tonight, you'll thank me.
Okay.
Yeah. Gregory Porter. That dude's a voice. Like I'm going there for like how do you do Barry White now? You need the voice first, and he's got that. Yeah. I'll play it for you once we end the stream because I have it saved. But anyway, we should do that. We should like end the stream at some point. Yeah. But anyway, I appreciate everyone coming. Right. We got some Devs was recommended. Another sci-fi. I might have heard about that. But Debate Me channels talking about bass. Yeah, he knows. You know. Fucking Carl knows. He knows about that Gregory Porter. Probably knows about that Maxwell too. Fuck. Anyway, but yeah, like appreciate everyone coming up in the chat. You know, hopefully I'll get this clipped up soon and we'll put it up as clips and I'll send you stuff for when that happens. But anyway, go find this lady, right? Go do that. Go find her. Go give her a follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff. You know, send your fucking, carrier pigeon with like a gold brick. You've got that. But otherwise, that'll be the end of the show tonight. Wish everyone, as always, peace, love, soul. And I have to hit the end thing. There we go. And then turn off mics.